Welcome to RMIT, welcome to the ITE ANZ seminar on sustainable transport with a focus on walking. I'm John Smelt, I'm a member of the board of ITE ANZ, and we're talking here today about walking. Just before we start, there are a couple of things that are often referred to as housekeeping issues. Firstly, Nick Sved, our ITE president, is videoing this event. We've been asked to record some of these because ITE ANZ goes across the whole of Australia, but obviously it's not very easy for people other than in Melbourne to attend directly. So if anyone's got any concerns about this being recorded, can you let Nick know, and we'll...
Let me know now. Any concerns? I've got you.
Just another thing that's probably important more for the older rather than the younger is that the gents' toilets are down that way in the corridor and the ladies are down that way, but very close to us. So now we can get on to the purpose of the day. I mean, walking is arguably the most sustainable form of transport, and also it's included in everyone's trip. Every trip needs a bit of walking at the start or the end. So, and we all know that walking has great health, environmental and social benefits. So how do we support walking? I think our speakers today will enlighten. Some of you probably haven't heard of ITE, but the ITE stands for the Institute of Transportation Engineers. It's an international education and scientific association. Our main aim is to bring people together to exchange information and to develop the profession. ITE has a base in the United States, has around 17,000 members worldwide in 90 countries. The Australia and New Zealand section operates independently and is based in Melbourne. We welcome new members at any time. So if you're interested in joining, talk to me or one of our ITE committee members that are here today, or have a look at our website. Perhaps ITE committee members, you wave your hands, and so that if people want to talk further about ITE, they can later in the event or afterwards. We do a number of things in ITE under our broad banner. One is that we make an annual award to recognise outstanding activity in the traffic transport industry in relation to sustainable transport. As we say there, sustainable transport profession, champions encourage and promote sustainable transport. That award's made annually, and part of winning the award is that you do a presentation the following year. So this presentation today, or part of today's presentation, from the City of Burundara was as a consequence of winning the award last year, but that's put you off that you have to present next year, because often people have done some really interesting things, and it's great to have that sort of information spread around the profession so that other people could pick it up. We also recognise people, so we have an Emerging Transport Professional Award and Contribution to the Transport Professional Award. So they're people related. We suggest you nominate someone, and that can enable people to get recognition. It gets a bit of a write-up, and the work they do and the things they do can be recorded. Nominations for those awards close on the 1st of September, so start thinking about it. You can nominate yourself, and so on. Just a couple of other matters. We're talking about our awards, but we also have a forward program of activities. We'd like to see you all come back again. July, we've got gender issues in transport. In July, August, we're doing a regional seminar in Bendigo. And later in August, just heard today that got the Victorian Minister for Road Safety, Luke Donnellan. He's offered to come and speak to ITE, and when he means speak to ITE, we invite members of the public to these events. Then popping over to September, we've got innovative intersections on the plan. there's a number of new ideas coming out, and perhaps that they really should be talked about more in circulating the profession. October, pedestrians. When we were putting today's session together, we got a whole lot of other suggestions of people who've done interesting things in relation to pedestrians, and there was certainly more than enough material to do another presentation on pedestrians. I mean, there's work out there, perhaps it's not being spread around, or the ideas not being circulated as much as they could, and we'd love to be part of circulating those ideas. And finally, in November, there's the President's Dinner, which is where we get an eminent speaker, and that's sort of a bit of a formal event to wind up the year, some discussion, obviously discussion over dinner and afterwards, and so on. I would now like to acknowledge our sponsors who support ITE's events and awards. It's the RACV, Sidra Solutions, GHD and SMEC. So they're helpful for us in keeping the organisation running, making awards and keeping the events open at no charge, events like this. Finally, tonight, after this seminar, please join us for a meal at the Red Spice Road QV in the Queen Victoria Centre. It's in that Queen Victoria Centre on Lonsdale Street there, towards the Russell Street end. The actual address is 37 Artemis Lane, because often there'll be discussion that things will carry over, but we won't have time to cover any questions. Okay, let's get started. Today's seminar, we have a really interesting topic and three very knowledgeable speakers. We'll keep, normally we keep questions at the end, but today, when our first speaker has to leave early, so we'll break from a little bit and we'll just take some, Hywell said he'll take some questions at the end of his presentation.